Hey everyone, welcome to A Studio. Today we're going to take a deep dive into how to use AI instruments, including understanding the difference between solo instruments and sections, and how to use ensemble mode. So our AI instruments are fundamentally different from traditional sample libraries, and it's precisely this difference that allows them to produce realistic, lifelike results without really having to rely on any manual parameter adjustments. Okay, so let's take strings for example. So A Studio has a really robust string library, from really intricate solo string instruments all the way to string sections. So let's look at solo instruments first. A solo AI instrument is modeled after a single player. Because it is an individual performer, it captures all the nuances and the characteristics of one person playing, meaning it captures their bow pressure, their phrasing, the vibrato, the articulation. So this is really great for expressive lyrical lines. So let me play an example. This is Gabriel Boschi, one of our violinists, playing Paganini. Okay, so one thing worth knowing, a solo AI instrument, they can also play two notes simultaneously, right? So like a double stop on a real instrument. But because it's modeled as a single player with a single bow, both notes are treated as coming from the same instrument and the same bow. It will not simulate two separate players. So let me give you an example of this. This applies for working with quartets as well. So here I have a string quartet, string arrangement for the Libertango by Astor Piazzolla. So I have a part for violin, two parts for violins actually, one viola and a cello. So it's a common mistake that people want to have multiple parts spread out on the same instrument. So for that, we recommend the string section. The string section is different than a solo AI string instrument. So it was recorded in a meticulous way in collaboration with the Budapest Art Orchestra. It captures the sound of a full section playing together, meaning a natural blend, in an ensemble tone, a really lush orchestral warmth that you really can't mimic with a single player. It's also polyphonic, so it acts like several musicians in a section, each playing their own part. So this is perfect if you want to create lush chordal textures, pads, or any section that you need the warmth of a real string section. So let me give you an example. So this creates a really full sound. So we have a bass section, a cello section, a viola section, and two violin string sections. Alright, so last but not least, we have the ensemble mode. What the ensemble mode allows you to do is choose multiple instruments. For example, violin, viola, cello. You can think about it as multiple individual instruments, all playing the same line. To get to ensemble mode, you can click on ensemble mode over here, and to turn it off you can just click turn it off. You can add multiple instruments and choose the balance between them, as well as you can choose how spread out they are on the stereo field, as well as a little offset that creates a little more human feel where everything's not stacked exactly the same. So all these instruments will now be playing the same line. Now, ensemble mode allows you to thicken up a sound and create very layered and lush sounds, all playing the same line. So one thing to keep in mind, as of the current version, which is 2.1.1, ensemble mode does not automatically split voices across tracks. That means every instrument within the ensemble will attempt to play all the notes at once. which isn't realistic or natural. After all, it's quite difficult to have a single violin play 3 to 4 pitches simultaneously. So that being said, we're actively developing a smart voice splitting feature. So in a future update, Ensemble Mode will be able to automatically distribute your notes across different layers and assign them to individual instruments. So thank you for joining Ace Studio. Follow us for more tips, tricks, and tutorials. See you next time.